proud to bring you my second nuclear. Is what this is? No, this is my third nuclear gameplay. And I didn't really record the last ones I had, but this was a really good nuclear I actually went on. Nice streak and everything, so I thought I'd record it, maybe put it up on my YouTube channel. And the gun I'm actually using to get this nuclear is the ICR, and as you can see, the attachments I'm using are the Reflex, Fast Mags, Rapid Fire. I have an EMP grenade, and that pretty much sums up the class. I'm using the War Machine, and as you see, my kill streaks are UAV, Hater, and Mothership. Now, originally when this game started, I really wasn't thinking nuclear. That's kind of why I had the Mothership on. Otherwise, if I would have been, like, actually going for one, I would have put on support streaks. As you can see, that guy actually kills me right there, picks up my gun, and that's actually the only death I'm gonna have for a while, like well into the second round. I forget what gun streak I go on this round. I think it's something like a 20 or whatever, but yeah, this is just some good old CTF on Metro. We were having a bit of trouble spawn trapping them to begin with, you know, locking them in the spawn well, but my cousin here, J-Talk, he actually came in clutch, and he gets a Hater pretty early on in the game that helps propel me on my streak. That and pretty much all of us were running UAVs, so I was actually the only person in this lobby to drop a nuclear. There were several that were close, including Bad Dobikin. You see him in the kill feed. And yeah, there's not really much else to say about this gameplay. It's pretty clean cut. I did play kind of conservatively because once I started like getting on the streak, I mean, I was playing conservatively to begin with because I wanted to get a Hater, and because the more Haters that are up, the better. And on the other team were just some absolute scrubs. Like, these kids were, I don't even think one of them was a prestige. Actually, a couple people end up leaving a bit way on through the game, and a Master Prestige actually joins, and he's like the one guy that kills me in the second round, but I had already been on my nuclear streak. And as you can see at this point, we're kind of getting the spawn trap going. We're locking him up pretty well in the spawn. And there you go, Jacob gets his Hater, and then we basically just all start going in on him. And there's my Merciless Medal. And this War Machine, I don't know what I was thinking. I kind of just pulled it out. I didn't like really expect to get many kills with it. I got that one, and there I get my Hater. I call mine in right after Jacob's. He was actually on a pretty good streak this game too, but he fell short. Yeah, jeez, it's kind of hard to do this commentary on the fly. One of the kids on the other team, that kid you just saw with the sniper, I'm pretty sure for half the game he was like AFK or something, because I just kept seeing him in his spawn, and like the kid wasn't moving anywhere. As you see, I call in my Hater, and we still got him pretty well locked up in their spawn, but there's actually not too many people leaking out of their spawn, but they're all spawning on that left side. So as you see, I kind of turn my attention that way. I get my Mothership, but I kind of realize I'm on a nice streak here, and it's towards the end of the round anyway, so I don't want to call it in. And there you can see I got my 15. See that kid? He was just, I'm pretty sure he was AFK for like half the game or something. He's one of the kids that ends up leaving, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So, oh jeez, I honestly don't know what to say besides like what a good gameplay this was. I mean, all of us had good games. It wasn't just like me and Jacob and all those guys that had good games. Like, I'll show you the scoreboard at the end. Everybody had a pretty good game. And you see here, I know I'm on a streak, so I'm sitting in this corner. I'm being really safe, and that probably. That might get me some flack for being a camper, but honestly, guys, to get a nuclear in this game, it's not all run and gun. It's kind of like half spawn trap, half camp their spawn. And if you want to get on a nuclear streak yourself, I highly recommend playing a game mode like CTF like this, or Uplink, where the spawns are pretty fixed. They'll only spawn in like they'll spawn like one general area. Demolition's good too, but not too many people play that. And yeah, as you can see, that's the end of the first round. I have 21 kills and 1 death. And so I am on a 20 gun streak right now, which is pretty big. I knew I was on a 20 gun streak, and I was telling everybody, yo, I'm on a 20. Do we have any haters? Can somebody call in a hater for me? Luckily, somebody did have a hater. And I have my war machine, and I'm pretty sure at this point there was, I don't know, at some point during this round, the Master Prestige joins the other team, but he's not able to kill me until after I already have gotten the nuclear and a few unstoppable medals. But yeah. Anyway, going back to what I said about going on a nuclear yourself, I would probably recommend using a specialist you're comfortable with. It doesn't have to be a killing specialist. Like, you can use Psychosis active camos. I kind of failed with the war machine a bit there. Almost killed myself with it, actually, on a streak. But, yeah. I was actually, at this point, I was actually really debating calling my mothership because I wasn't sure if I could get the nuclear. If, you guys probably don't know, but I frequently choke on nuclear streaks, and as you can see, I just got the brutal, but I do get my hater here. I had it pretty much locked up at this point, except, yeah, the Master Prestige just joined on the other team. It's that Noobs Raise My KD kid. That guy I just killed right there. Yeah, he was the only person that was really able to kill me after I went on my nuclear. But, the guns that you guys should probably use if you want to go into nuclear. Again, I kind of sound like a broken record here, but try using stuff you're comfortable with. Like, don't try using an ICR if you hate the ICR. And here's where I make a mistake. Well, it's not really that big of a mistake. I called in my mothership on accident, but I was really close to another mothership, and I ended up looping it over anyway. And here I think I'm 1 or 2 kills off my nuclear, and I kind of got the jitters. Yeah, now I'm only 1 kill off, but the jitters fade away. I get this guy, and there's the nuclear medal. I was actually pretty happy about that. But yeah, so anyway, again, back to what I was saying about the nuclear. Is to get one yourself, you're probably going to want to use a good gun, like in general for people's like the VMP, the M8, or the ICR. And attachment recommendations for those guns, really, I have none. Besides like the ICR, you're probably going to want a rapid fire on it. It just helps with the gun a lot. And you can see here, I finally get killed. I was on a 34 gun streak. And then I call on my mothership, and I basically just go in their spawn. And if you're actually going for nuclear medals as well, you probably don't want my kill streak setup. You're probably going to want UAV, counter UAV, and hater, or UAV, hater, power core, counter UAV. Anything support like that where you're really not getting kills with your score streaks. But I was just using the mothership again because we were in a 6-man, we were spawn trapping, and I really wasn't expecting to get a nuclear until I actually got it.
Triple kill.
But yeah, if you're just going like in a regular spawn trap, like you don't plan on getting a nuclear, but getting a nuclear would be nice. I'd still say mothership's a good option, but it's not the best option if you're on a nuclear streak. I mean, sure, if you want to save it and just kind of use it in the next round or after you got knocked off your nuclear streak, you're not going to go for a double nuclear, then it's a good kill streak. And I wasn't going to go for a double nuclear in this game. Like, when I got my first one, there was about 2.5 minutes left or something in the the second round. Yeah, the second round.
1 kill.
And we did still have one more round of OT because we hadn't capped a flag yet. But I knew I probably wasn't going to go to get a double nuclear, so I just didn't even try. But yeah, this is, for the most part, this is pretty much going to wrap up this gameplay. Nothing much else happens. I get a couple more kills, and I think everybody on the enemy team ends up leaving in the OT round. And we don't even cap the flag. Like, we don't. We just kind of sit there, and I worried that kid out of his heat wave right there. But yeah, so Another tip for getting a nuclear, I would say, you're going to want to be in a lobby with fairly below average players. Like, you're not going to get a nuclear, or most likely, I'm not going to say you can't, because it is possible, it's probably just really hard, to get a nuclear in a lobby full of, like, let's say, level 400. It's probably going to be pretty hard. And, like, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this gameplay. And I got gravity spiked at the end of that round. But again, I wasn't too salty because I got the nuclear. So I'm going to cut the commentary because I have completely run out of stuff to talk about. I'm sorry about that. But, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the perk setup I'm using. The Flak Jacket, Ghost, Scavenger, and Tac Mask. I like Flak Jacket just because... I probably should have covered this when I was doing the class earlier, but... I like to use Flak Jacket because in every game mode, it seems like if I ever go on a nuclear streak, or any streak in general, I get blown up by a grenade, or something really stupid in that general aspect. So something like that, and I'm using Ghost, of course, if they manage to get a UAV, and I'm on a good streak, I do want to stay off the radar.
We have the enemy flag.
And I'm using Scavenger, of course, to replenish my ammo, because the ICR is a fast-firing weapon. You're going to want Scavenger for this. Or if you're really going on a streak in general, even if your weapon isn't really that fast-firing, you're probably going to want Scavenger, or else you're most likely going to run out of ammo before the time runs out. And, of course, Tac Mask, because kids throwing stuns, everybody knows that's annoying, and nobody wants to deal with that. So I decided to run that. And if I'm running the EMP, just in case, that actually really comes in handy. If they do manage to get, like, a Guardian or a Sentry out of a care package or something, one EMP will take out a Guardian. And if you just throw an EMP at a Hardened Sentry, get a Scavenger packet, throw another EMP at it, and it'll be done. So those are really helpful. And, yeah, so that pretty much sums up this gameplay, guys. I really, really hope you enjoyed. I'll hopefully try to put up another nuclear in the future. I might try to go for, like, a nuclear with every gun. That would be pretty interesting. Or maybe a nuclear in every game mode. I don't know if that's possible, but I'll try to keep up the content the best I can. As you can see, they're about to forfeit. We win the game, and there you go. There's my final stats, 53-4. Of course, I had 0 caps, 0 returns, and everybody else had a really good game, too. And, well, except for Morgan. But she still had a pretty good game, even by her standards. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and I will see you guys another time. Peace.